Right now, what the world feels uncertain. Maybe you felt it too. The cost of everything is going up. Your job feels less secure, and the old rules for building wealth just don't seem to work anymore. It's a scary feeling. What if I told you that the biggest challenge you face isn't the economy? It's not a market crash or rising inflation. The biggest challenge is what's happening inside your own mind. Think about it. Why do some people thrive in a recession while others lose everything? It's not just luck. It's about something Harv Eker calls your money blueprint. It's an unconscious set of beliefs that was programmed into you a long time ago. This blueprint secretly controls your financial life. It decides if you will struggle or succeed. In this video, we're not just going to talk about money, we're going to dive into the core of Eker's teachings. We'll reveal 9 powerful wealth files that can completely reprogram your mind. These aren't just ideas, they are the actual mental strategies that rich people use to build and keep their wealth, even in a volatile economy. This isn't a theory. Harv Eker himself once went from a millionaire to being broke in just 2 years. He had to learn these principles the hard way. He had to rebuild his own fortune from the ground up, and that's why this advice is so powerful. By the end of this video, you will have a new framework for thinking about money. You will understand how to stop being a victim of circumstance and start becoming the master of your financial future. This is the difference between surviving and truly thriving in today's world. Welcome to Harv Eker Motivation. Get ready to change your life. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button to join our community. Before we talk about the specific mindsets of the wealthy, we have to address the very first and most important principle. It is the foundation for everything that follows. This is wealth file number 1. It's the difference between being a passenger and being the driver of your own life. This is where most people get it wrong, especially when the economy gets tough. They see a recession or a layoff or rising prices, and they immediately shift into a state of victimhood. Think about the words people use. I can't get ahead because the economy is bad. I lost my job because the company failed. Inflation is just too high. These are the statements of someone who believes life happens to them. They feel powerless. They are pointing fingers. They are blaming external forces. Harv Eker says this is the first and most common sign of a poor mindset. He calls it the blame game. Victims spend their lives blaming, justifying, and complaining. Rich people, on the other hand, live by a different rule. They believe, I create my life. They understand that they are the cause of their own results. They don't see themselves as victims of circumstance. When a market crashes, they don't say, the market made me lose money. They say, I made some poor investment choices. They take responsibility. They see a downturn as a challenge, not an excuse. In today's volatile economy, this mindset is more critical than ever. When you're a victim, you're at the mercy of the market. You are waiting for someone else, the government, your boss, or some magical event to save you. This puts you in a passive position, and you can't take action because you've convinced yourself that nothing you do will matter anyway. But what if you embrace the belief that you create your own life? What would that look like in this economy? Instead of complaining about your job, you start looking for a new skill to learn. Instead of blaming inflation, you start a side hustle. Instead of waiting for a bonus, you start your own business. You stop complaining and you start creating. So, how do you make this shift? It starts with your language. Catch yourself every time you are about to complain, blame, or justify. Replace those thoughts with questions. Instead of saying, this economy is terrible, ask yourself, what new opportunities does this economy create? Instead of saying, I can't afford that, ask, how can I afford that? This is the beginning of taking control. The first step to building a millionaire mindset isn't about making a new budget. It's about changing your internal narrative. It's about letting go of victimhood and embracing your power to create. Because the truth is, the world doesn't happen to you. You happen to the world. After you master the art of creating your own life, the next step is to change how you play the game. Most people are playing not to lose. They want to be comfortable. They want to pay their bills. They want to feel safe. This is wealth file number 2. It is the mindset of playing to win. If your goal is to be comfortable, you'll likely never be rich. But if your goal is to be rich, you'll probably end up very comfortable. Playing to not lose is a survival strategy. It's about defense. In a volatile economy, this is a dangerous position. When markets are shaky, the person playing defense pulls back. They stop investing. They hoard cash. They avoid all risk. This seems smart on the surface, but it's the wrong approach. It keeps you stuck. While you're playing it safe, the person who is playing to win is looking for opportunities. They know that in every crisis, there is a chance for massive gain. They see a dip in the market and they see a buying opportunity. They see a company struggling and they see a chance to start their own. Playing to win means taking calculated risks. It means having the courage to make a move when everyone else is retreating. This leads us to wealth file number 3, commitment. Most people say they want to be rich. They say it at a seminar. They say it to their friends. But a want is not the same as a commitment. A want is a wish. A commitment is a promise to yourself. It is a decision you have already made. A commitment means you are willing to do whatever it takes. It means you are willing to work harder than anyone else. You are willing to make sacrifices. In a tough economy, it is easy to quit. It's easy to say, this is too hard, I'll just wait for things to get better. But a true commitment is unbreakable. It helps you push through a recession. A person who is just wanting to be rich will give up. A person who is committed to being rich will find a way no matter what. The difference is power. The person who wants something has to hope for it. The person who is committed knows they will get it. Now, once you have committed to winning, you have to think about the size of your goal. This is wealth file number 4, thinking big. Poor people think small. Rich people think big. The law of income says you will be paid in direct proportion to the value you deliver to the marketplace. Thinking small means you are trying to solve small problems for a small group of people. This leads to a small paycheck. In a volatile economy, this is a crucial point. A small business with a small customer base is more vulnerable. A big business that solves a huge problem for millions of people is more resilient. Think about the biggest companies in the world. They don't solve a tiny problem, they solve a huge one. They think big, they create products that touch millions of lives, and they get paid accordingly. When you think big, you are forced to step outside your comfort zone. You are forced to learn new skills. You have to be creative. And in a challenging economy, this kind of innovation is what creates wealth. The person who is worried about losing their job is thinking small. The person who is thinking about how to create a new company that hires thousands of people is thinking big. The size of your income is a direct reflection of the size of your thinking. It is time to stop playing defense. It is time to stop wanting and to start committing. It is time to stop thinking small and start thinking big. These are not just ideas, they are action steps. They are a new way of living your life, especially when the world seems to be against you. If you want to build wealth, you have to shift your focus from problems to possibilities. This is wealth file number 5. Poor people focus on obstacles. Rich people focus on opportunities. When things get difficult, the average person sees a million reasons why they can't succeed. They see a bad economy, they see competition, and they see all the things that could go wrong. They are looking for reasons to stop. The millionaire mindset is different. They look at the same situation and see a chance to innovate, to grow, and to serve people in a new way. Our recession is full of problems, but every problem is an opportunity in disguise. Think about the biggest companies that exist today. Many of them were started during a downturn. They saw a need that no one else was filling. They didn't see a bad economy. They saw an opening. They saw a way to solve a big problem for a lot of people, and they made a fortune doing it. So when the world feels like it's falling apart, don't focus on the obstacles. Don't worry about all the things you can't control. Instead, ask yourself, what new opportunities does this situation create? What can I do right now to help people? That's how you turn a crisis into an advantage. That's how you find new ways to make money and build your future. Now, let's talk about how you view other successful people. This is wealth file number 6. Poor people resent other rich and successful people. Rich people admire them. This is a powerful yet often overlooked principle. When you see someone who is successful, what is your first thought? Is it they must have been lucky or they probably did something shady to get there? These thoughts are a form of resentment, and resentment is like a poison. It keeps you from ever becoming what you resent. You can't be what you hate. On the other hand, if you admire success, you can learn from it. You can say to yourself, if they can do it, I can do it too. Admiration is a learning tool. You can study successful people, read their books, listen to their stories, and understand how they think. You can model their behavior and apply their strategies to your own life. When you admire another person's success, you're not just giving them a compliment, you're opening your mind to the possibility that you can achieve the same thing. Think about the most successful people in your industry. Instead of feeling jealous, reach out to them, ask for advice, learn from their failures and their victories. Every successful person was once where you are right now. They had to learn the same lessons and overcome the same obstacles. By admiring them, you are not only respecting their journey, but you are also creating a path for your own. You are inviting wealth into your life instead of pushing it away. This is a very simple change in mindset, but it has a profound effect on your financial future. It's the difference between closing the door on opportunity and opening it. Once you start admiring other successful people, you have to be willing to become one of them yourself. This brings us to wealth file number 7. Rich people are willing to promote themselves and their value. Poor people think selling is a bad word. They're afraid to talk about their skills or their accomplishments. They believe that if they just work hard, someone will notice them and reward them. They are waiting to be discovered. This mindset is deadly in a competitive, volatile economy. When jobs are scarce and markets are tight, you can't wait for someone to notice you. You have to step up and make yourself visible. Your skills, your experience, and your unique abilities are your product. If you don't sell them, no one will buy them. Think about it. Why would a company hire you over someone else? Because you convinced them you were the best person for the job. You sold them on your value. Harv Eker often talks about how rich people are almost always excellent promoters. They are not afraid to share their ideas with passion and enthusiasm. They are not shy about their product or their services. They believe so much in what they offer that they feel a sense of duty to share it with as many people as possible. They see promotion as an act of service, not a selfish act. In a downturn, this skill is even more crucial. Companies are cutting budgets and laying people off. The people who are kept are not just the ones who do their job well. They are the ones who can clearly articulate the value they bring to the company. They are the ones who have built a reputation and a network. They are the ones who can promote themselves without apology. It's not about being arrogant. It's about being confident in your own worth. It's about being proud of the value you deliver to the world. And when you are promoting yourself, you will inevitably run into challenges. You will face rejection. You will hear no. This is where wealth file number 8 comes in. Rich people are bigger than their problems. Poor people are smaller than their problems. When a problem arises, a person with a poor mindset sees it as a wall. They get frustrated, they get discouraged, and they often give up. They say this is too hard or it's not meant to be.
A person with a millionaire mindset sees the same problem as a hurdle. They know that every setback is just a test. They understand that their success is directly tied to their ability to handle bigger and bigger problems. They don't wish for a life without problems. They wish for the skills to solve them. Think about it. If your income is a direct result of the value you provide, then the bigger the problem you can solve, the more money you will make.
The world is full of problems right now. There's inflation, instability, and a whole lot of chaos. For some, this is a reason to shrink, to pull back, to feel defeated. But for those with a millionaire mindset, this is a playground. They see all this chaos and they see an opportunity to be a problem solver. They see it as a chance to grow, to learn, and to become even more resilient. Your ability to overcome obstacles is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. You don't get rich by avoiding problems. You get rich by becoming so good at solving them that you get paid for it. Finally, we come to wealth file number 9. This is a very direct and very challenging idea. Rich people choose to get paid based on results. Poor people prefer to get paid based on time. They want a steady salary, a fixed hourly wage, and a sense of security. They think it's the safest option, but in a volatile economy, this steady salary is the biggest trap you can fall into. A salary is a fixed income. It provides a sense of comfort, but it also puts a cap on your earning potential. It says you will only get paid this much, no matter how hard you work or how much value you create. In a stable economy, this might feel safe. But what happens in a downturn, a salary doesn't protect you from layoffs. It doesn't give you control over your destiny. It ties your financial fate to a company. And if that company struggles, so do you. You are a passenger on a ship you don't own. The millionaire mindset is the opposite. They believe in getting paid for their impact. They are not afraid to work on commission or to start a business where their income is tied directly to the value they deliver to the market. They understand that their earning potential is limitless. If they work harder, they earn more. If they solve bigger problems, they earn more. They are in control. In today's uncertain world, this mindset is more important than ever. The future belongs to those who earn based on their value. It belongs to entrepreneurs, to freelancers, and to people who can create their own opportunities. These are the people who are not at the mercy job cuts or corporate limits. They are the ones who can look at a shaky economy and say, this is my chance to create something new. A salary is a promise of comfort, but a results-based income is a promise of freedom. It gives you the power to earn as much as you are willing to work and as much as you are capable of delivering. It forces you to constantly improve your skills and find new ways to add value. It makes you an active participant in your financial life, not a passive one. This is the ultimate form of financial security. True security doesn't come from a fixed paycheck. It comes from knowing that you can always create your own income, no matter what happens in the world. We've covered a lot today. We've talked about what it means to create your own life instead of letting it happen to you. We've talked about playing the money game to win, not just to avoid losing. We've discussed the power of commitment and the need to think big. We've learned to focus on opportunities, not obstacles, and to admire the success of others instead of resenting it. We've explored the importance of promoting your value and being bigger than your problems. And finally, we've seen why getting paid for results is far more powerful than a steady salary. Your mindset is the single most important tool you have. It's more valuable than any stock, more stable than any job, and more powerful than any economic crisis. Today, Harv Eker's message is simple but profound. True financial security is an inside job. It's not about the state of the world, but the state of your mind. So which of these wealth files do you need to work on the most? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. If this video helped you, please give it a like and make sure you're subscribed to our channel.